Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing good. It's the Darts World Grand Prix Night 2. We're going to be breaking down all the games, going through each one, giving you a little insight into how I think it's going to go, some information on the previous games they've played, and yeah, just some general betting picks for each one. And before I do that, I'm just going to do a quick recap of day one. I'm actually still watching Rob Cross versus Andrew Gilden right now. But what I want to start by saying is, out of the, so what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 picks that I gave yesterday, 5 of them have came in. If Rob Cross wins, that'd be 6 out of 7. So I had Dirk van Dijvenbode, he should have won, but didn't. Brendan Dolan just turned into the best fucking player you've ever seen. Fucking turned into prime Phil Taylor somehow, but it's the way it goes sometimes. He won 2-1. Gary Anderson beat Jose de Souza 2-1. That was a brilliant game. That was like a championship level fucking match. Honestly, that was unbelievable to watch. First underdog, we had Christoph Ratajski. I told you, he won. If you took that, well done. We didn't have anything for Schindler versus Barney, but I did say I'd lean towards Barney plus the points. If you took him plus 7.5, that would have come in. Martin Schindler did win in the end, though. Nathan Aspinall versus Stephen Bunton. I said, didn't I, take Bunton? I said Nathan Aspinall shouldn't have been that much of a favourite. If you took Bunton, you would have got a lovely price on that. So 2 underdogs, fucking smashed them. Made up with that. Gerwin Price versus Danny Noppert. Gerwin Price won. Michael Smith beat Callum Ridds. And like I said, Cross is currently beating Andrew Gilden right now as we speak. So I'll take that. One wrong out of all the predictions. Like, I'm happy with that. I can live with that. I hope you can too. Hope you have won some money on the first night. But before we get into night number 2, drop a like, subscribe if you want to. Really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And yeah, jump straight into it. Game number 1 for night 2, we've got Joe Cullen versus Mike de Decker. Look, Joe Cullen's the favourite, head-to-heads, just 1-0 to Joe Cullen. He's won 6 of his last 10, had a really decent world match play. He got beat by Nathan Aspinall in the 4th match. De Decker won 5 of his last 10. He had a really, really impressive Hungarian tour. You know, for those that watched that, you'll know what I mean. He went 3-4, beat Andrew Gilden 6-4. He beat Josh Rock 6-1, and he beat Michael Smith 6-2, I want to say. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he beat Michael Smith 6-2. So, you know, there's some good wins to have to your name. Not that confident taking Joe Cullen as a favourite in this spot, I'm not going to lie. I really like him, but look, sometimes I question how much Joe Cullen just cares about winning. I do. It's a shame. It kills me to say it, but I don't know, he said himself, didn't he? Did you see that interview where he went, I'm not really into darts anymore. I prefer to play golf. I'm just good at darts. That's why I do it. You know, that's like fucking, I don't know. That's, yeah. I said, not too confident taking Joe Cullen. And on the other side, the change in format might be just completely strange for Mike de Decker. So no play for me on that one. That took longer than I expected. I do apologise. Moving on quickly. Game 2. Love this one. Got Chizzy versus Luke Woodhouse. Love Chizzy in this game. This is a perfect spot for Chizzy, you know. Won 8 of his last 10, 6 in a row. Head-to-head, 2-0 to Chizzy in the past 3 months. Look, Luke Woodhouse had a good German Open for what he can do. Beat Rob Cross. And who else? Snakebite beat Peter Wright as well. So 2 fairly decent wins. Lost his last 2. He's won 4 of his last 10. Gotta beat Chizzy, boys. Don't be fucking stupid. Gotta beat Chizzy here all day. Game number 3. Tough one, this. Damon Heta, Ryan Searle. Dead evens. Dead evens according to the bookies. Slight edge to Damon Heta. You know, the head to head's 1-1. That was last year. Heta's won 5 of his last 10. He's won 4 of his last 6. Probably a nicer way of putting it. Ryan Searle's won 4 of his last 10, lost his last 2. Like I said, I mean, looking at the form, you'd think Heta should be well on for this one, but let me tell you, like, you should know if you watch the darts, you know Ryan Searle is, when this guy gets going, he is a massive treble hitter, so that is quite worrying for me. Um, Evens for a reason, yeah. Buki's spot on with this one, can't lie. I'd probably lean towards Heta if I had to put money on it, but I don't think it will be. Not an official for me on that one. Game number 4 is, it's another tough one, interesting. Dimitri Van den Berg, Chris Dobie. This is another one split right down the middle. There's a slight edge to Chris Dobie. He's won 6 of his last 10, 4 of his last 5 actually. 2 on a row, 1-2 in a row. Yeah, it's just not great opponents though. I'm not gonna lie. Can't remember who they were. That should say a lot. You know, you look it up. You'll be able to find it anyway. It was the last 2 games. Head to heads 2-all. Dobie's won the last 2 times, but they were like absolute blowouts. 6-2, 6-2, both of them. You know, Dimmy on the other hand has won 5 of his last 10, which makes sense as we've now come to see a rather inconsistent, very 50-50 Dimitri Van den Berg. But it's mad because he either he operates on a really high level or he just doesn't operate at all. You know, it's very tough to find a middle ground with Dimitri Van den Berg. So with that in mind, I wouldn't know what to do here. I wouldn't know what to take. But like I said, Van den Berg's won 3 of his last 5, and the 2 losses as well, they were to Damon Heta and Michael Van Gerwen, really close losses. So I tell you what, go and grab a coin, flip it. Heads for Dimitri Van den Berg, tails for fucking Chris Dobie. That's how we're playing this one, fellas. Moving on, we've got. This is a fucking stinker of a match, this, lad. Wow, this is a fucking. Peter Wright versus Gabriel Clements. What do you want me to say about this? Like, sorry, I think that's Rob Cross has just won the first set. Back to this. Peter Wright's won one. He is the favourite, obviously. He's won 5 of his last 10, which, like I've said about Van den Berg, makes a lot of sense because, wow, you either get snake bite or you get fucking snake butt. And if I have to choose, I'd say we get snake bite in this one, but we could just easily get snake butt as well. So bear that in mind. Gabriel Clements, though, fuck me, like he's won 3 of his last 10, lost 5 in a row. He hasn't won since June. Ah, Gabriel, what are we doing here? So he's won 3 of his last 10, and he hasn't won since June. If you look at the odds, you'll see yourself, well, as they stand right now, why are they so close? Why are they so close? I'll tell you why they're so close, actually. The head-to-head on this is 3-1 to Gabriel Clements, believe it or not. Like, that's fucking insane to me when I've seen that. Um, he's won the first 3 by 1 leg, so, you know, dogged it out to a decider. Can't bring myself to put money on Peter Wright anymore, boys. I just can't. Like, yeah, look, Peter Wright's the play here all day. Like, he should. This is the game that even if you snake butt should beat Gabriel Clements. So if you want to fire for it, like fire it up, go for it. But I won't be touching this game. This fucking stinks. Next match, well better. This is more like it. This is more my type of game. Got Michael Van Gerwen versus Josh Rock. Van Gerwen favourite. as you'd expect here. Won the World Series of Darts, which I expect nothing less from someone like Van Gerwen. He's the type of guy who aims to win everything he's in. Won 7 of his last 10. It's good. It's good. Josh Rock, won 5 of his last 10, lost his last two. Got beat by Ratajski, and I think that was in the German Open. Had a decent tournament, but yeah, I think Ratajski went on to win that anyway, so that's not too bad, I suppose. He did win 4 in a row before that, so Josh Rock is a brilliant fucking talent, brilliant young talent, quality darts player, but MVG's MVG, man. What can you say? Apart from Phil Taylor, he's the best in you'd say. And he's beat Josh Rock the last 2 times these have played anyway. The heads to heads 3-1 for MVG. MVG for me, boys, he's the only one for me. He really is. Like, I can only look at Michael Van Gerwen to win this one. Yeah. And the odds for him to win outright are quite sound as well, so you may as well just go for it. Taking MVG in that one. Right, 2 more. So, game number 7. These are brilliant. This, like the second part of the night here is just brilliant. Apart from that Peter Wright game, but game number 7, Johnny Clayton, Ross Smith. Like this one, really like this game. Johnny Clayton's won 7 of his last 10. One of the best in my opinion. Definitely, it's solid. Top 10 player. Head to head 4-0 to Johnny Clayton, so he's clearly got Ross Smith's number. You know, I really like Ross Smith as well, but he's most definitely a form player. Like he seems to take a lot for him to get going, and when it's just not going his way, it's very, very hard for him to get out of the rut. That being said, he's just not on Johnny Clayton's level. He's just not. He's won 2 of his last 8, 4 of his last 10. No need to ponder on this, mate. Just go for Johnny Clayton. Don't be fucking silly. Johnny Clayton locked in for me all day. And then final game of the night, one of my favourite players on the tour at the moment, Luke Humphries versus, who's he playing? Super Chin, Daryl Gurney. Super Chin. Look, like I said, Humphries is one of the best I've ever seen, to be honest with you. He's fucking fantastic. Only gets beat by the best, let's face it. Even when, like, I can't remember the tournament he was in just last, but he was sick. I think it was Hungary. Because he got beat by Chizzy in the final, I think, but throughout the tournament he was just sick. He was blown out of his ass, he was full of a cold, and he was just lethal. Lethal as he always is. 7 of his last 10, like I said, won 5 of his last 6. Did get beat by Chizzy 8-7, very close in the Hungarian Open. Daryl Gurney beat him, I think, in April. Yeah, Daryl Gurney beat him earlier on the year. Head to head, split down the middle, believe it or not, 2 apiece. Gurney's very, very inconsistent. Won 5 of his last 10, lost 2 in a row. This is the easiest pick of the card. In fact, no. Chizzy's the easiest pick of the card. This is the second easiest pick of the card, in my opinion. Luke Humphries wins this one every day of the fucking week, boys. Get it done. So yeah, that's all. That's all the games done. I hope that's enough for you. I've actually got me bet sorted for this one, unlike the tennis video I've just posted. So I'm going to be going. So 4 officials for me for tomorrow, day 2, World Grand Prix of Darts. We're taking Dave Chisnell, Michael Van Gerwen, Johnny Clayton, Luke Humphries, all to win. Get that about 4 to, well, it is just over 4-1, plus 400 for me American fans. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. It's been a fucking bell tonight, the darts tonight, so I can only imagine tomorrow is going to be the exact same. So hope you enjoy it. Hope you win some money. Let's win some fucking cash, boys. See you later. Nice one.